For the planet shots, we actually made an Earth out of styrofoam, and the geography is a little wonky, but it works, you know, in motion, you can't really tell. And then we put it on this hula hoop thing that spins using like a ball bearing and spun it around on that with a flashlight clamped in the middle to, you know, simulate the sun. And we even got some shots of the sun by itself so we could do these light bursts. The thing that I'm most proud of is that there's not a single VFX shot in this music video that was done in After Effects. Everything you see was done in Premiere, so it just meant a lot of layering and a lot of time. So the other thing we started with was iPhone footage that we had filmed over the course of years, and we just decided, why don't we use this, because it's not getting used for anything else, and it would make the video more personal, and it would give it the sense of scale and distance that we want. So that's where we started, and this is what we used as cutaways and also as backgrounds for Sam. For the light streaks, we drove around downtown at night, shooting slow shutter footage. We'd go to the top of parking garages and get the freeway. We'd get POV shots from the passenger seat of the Jeep, just pointed upwards, and got some crazy shaky cam stuff. In the end, we just layered this all together and used it for backgrounds and transitions. Our first idea was to do rear projection for all the imagery behind Sam, but in practice, it just wasn't working in terms of the brightness of the screen. So we started testing on our home TV with Michael Jackson here. This is his Beat It outfit, by the way. And we fortunately knew somebody over at View Studios here in Las Vegas, so we were able to test on their video wall and really wanted to make the most of it. So we figured out which shots we wanted to use as backgrounds and which angles we wanted to get, and took all of that information and put it together in a nice big shot list for the day of. We'd never shot on a video wall before, so there was a bit of a learning curve, but we got the hang of it pretty quick. They had a red camera just sitting around not getting used, so we definitely put that to use. I also sat on the scissor lift just to try and get these shots that felt like dolly moves. And I'd never shot with the Easy Rig before, so thank goodness for the warp stabilizer in Premiere. Our crew wasn't that big, but we were able to, you know, replicate the feeling of lights passing him with these stand-up spinning cardboard cutouts and shine a light through those to create these moving shadows. Overall, it was really different from shooting on a green screen, but we felt really fortunate to be able to do it this way. In post-production, we went down and shot on Fremont Street for about 5 minutes before security shut us down. We also took some of the finished shots and put them up on our TV at home and filmed them, and actually put those in as an overlay at the beginning and end of shots to give it this ghostly transition. If you go through frame by frame, you can see literally it's just a few frames that give it this effect. So in conclusion, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the meaning of the song, because the Goldilocks zone, which is the ideal distance that we are from the sun, where we're not too close to burn up and we're not so far away that we freeze, we're in that perfect temperature area. It's kind of a good metaphor for how we can live our lives too, and finding that ideal distance from the things that could be problematic for us, or things we do in excess. You know, an ideal distance in our relationships, an ideal distance when it comes to our relationship with social media and information overload and politics and all of these things that we're afraid to talk about. We all have this personal desire to find this ideal distance in our own lives. But yeah, this was a great opportunity to be a little bit more experimental, a little bit more stylish, and do something different from the videos that we've done before. So thanks, Sam, and thanks to the amazing crew who helped us put this together, and can't wait for the next one.